Hi friends, my name is Jonathan.
And I'm his sister Michelle.
Welcome to our program, I Believe, where we will learn all the basic beliefs of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Last week, we learned about spiritual gifts, but today, we are learning about a special gift called the gift of prophecy. I never really thought of prophecy as a gift.
Throughout the Old Testament, God often communicated with people through prophets. It says in the Bible that the prophets spoke as they were moved by the Holy Spirit.
So was it just in the Old Testament that God used prophets?
They were not called prophets in the New Testament, but we still see that God also moved people. After Jesus ascended to heaven and his disciples came together with other believers, some of them were filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other languages.
So what about in more recent times? Has God used the gift of prophecy in our days?
In the Bible, Jeremiah prophesied that God would use the gifts of prophecy in the end times. The Apostle John also mentioned that in the last days, God's church would have a special message from Jesus called the testimony of Jesus.
That's interesting. So when did God give us this message?
In 1842, a man named William Foy received a 2.5-hour vision where he saw events that would happen close to the second coming of Jesus. He shared this message with some people, and many were converted. 2 years later, a man named Hazen Foss was given a similar vision and was told to share it with others. He refused to obey, and the Spirit of God left him, and he was told that the message would be given to someone else. A few weeks later, in 1844, a third person, Ellen Harmon, was given a vision while at a prayer meeting with her friends. She was a shy teenager, but she decided to share the message God gave her. Once when William Foy heard the message Ellen was sharing, he recognized it as the same message he had been giving for a time. Hazen Foss also recognized it as the same message he received and warned her not to reject God's call as he had done. She was not very strong either, but God sent a strong man to help Ellen in her work. His name was James White.
Isn't he the person she married?
Yes, they were married a couple of years later, and Ellen White continued to share God's message for about 70 years.
Through books, articles, and even letters.
She also established many schools, hospitals, and publishing houses around the world.
Our sentence for today talks about the gift of prophecy. The Lord has a gift for his remnant people to guide us day and night. This is the gift of prophecy. With the Bible, we discern aright. In visions and dreams, he shared his love through a girl named Ellen White. The Lord tells his church he's by our side. He's there to show us the way. He's always there to comfort and guide, to teach us each and every day.